Page 130. Picture of an audience. Advertising tastefully done. Page 131. Life made you shy, withdrawn, highly self-conscious. You are blessed with a message. Your inner development takes precedence over your ability to motivatize the undertaking you were chosen to perform. You galvanize every situation you enter. Page 132. The curtain falls. Thanks for the support. November 18th, 2006, Care. Picture of a snowman card. On Sleeper's Ball. Record series win Ritz. 2006, the year of the cookie anniversary. M is for ways I can go. Briefly, how they investors wonder whether any. Page 133. Picture of Jesus holding a baby. Scriptures. Psalm 32, 8. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. Tired of living paycheck to paycheck? An extra bonus just for you. Bachelor parties. Never complain, never explain. Henry Ford. Holistic Detective Agency. Days. The Price of Perfection. Thinkers. Thanks, James Dobson. Dad keeps. Could have ADD. Thomas Register, 1998. The best at your doctor. The lowdown. Pick dog with earphones. Pick orange tree. An enchanted emotions. They had a feeling, or a feeling had them, till another feeling came along and took its place, guiding our lives by them. Leads to confusion. Page 134. A cartoon, man dreaming. Risk takers are great servers, inadvertently dictating page. Dictionary page. Scripture, 1 Peter 5:2. Be shepherds of God's flock, be willing. Paper folded, playful, serious, complete. Earthquake in 1811 alters the Mississippi River. The New Madrid, Missouri, on December 16th, my birthday. Injury attorney brutal. Enchanted evening. Cigar ashes with wire in cigar. Trick to get juries. Don't be left in the dark. Compromise says, enough about me. Bores speak mostly in first person. Gossips in third. Good conversationalists in second. Common barrier to intimacy. Start changing partners. Speak about criticisms and negative evaluation. Comfort zones help us avail feeling of fear or anxiety. Fears hold you back from the most of what is possible for you. Opposite of fear is love, starting with self-love, self-esteem. The more you like yourself, the less you will fear failure and rejection. The more you like yourself, the more willing to take risks. Page 135. Picture Garfield. Do I look like I care? It's all in, the beginning to end. Just watch. Sovereign King forever. Scripture, Job 26:8. He wraps up the waters in the clouds. Clouds do not burst under the weight. 1998. 22 details listed. Questions: 10 million suffer with social anxiety disorder. 3,000 babies die a year. Sudden infant death syndrome. 40,000 die daily on the planet. $180 million a week lost to government from death with no will. 1985, federal debt was $2 trillion. 1995, it's up to $5 trillion. The federal debt grows $2 billion, 54 million every day. 6% of workforce pays 40% of federal taxes. 2.7 million suffer from MS. 9 of 2000, Montel. 2023, the United States. 80% of inmates in Lincoln Prison were abused, 100% on death row. 56% of anyone living in managed care know they are there. 56% of anyone living in managed care know they are there. A U.S. News report from October of 1998. 15% with a severe disability costs 65% of the program in 1998. 26,081 dentists are listed in central United States alone. 2022, 202,536, or 185,897, depending on which website you look at. Turn of the century, 90% of the United States was self-employed. It's just the opposite now. 2023, 10.1%, 16.2 million people are self-employed. 39.6% of U.S. adults are obese. 17.0% of children. 14.7 million obese children in 2022. 60 Minutes report, $6 billion a year spent on thyroid medicine. In 2023, it's $23 million on one brand of thyroid medicine. Our bodies contain 200 bones, 600 muscles, 10,000 taste buds, 60,000 miles of veins, and 107,000 cells in each eye. Number one complaint from a desert storm: their knees are hurting. 47 states have some form of gambling. 2023, it's 48 with lotteries. 62,000 students get brain injuries from sports. In 2023, it's 1.7 to 3 million students each year. Medical mistakes cost $48 to $98 a year. SIDS cost 389 deaths in 2020. That was 1,380,000. Okay. A fetus has a heartbeat in 18 days, brain waves in 40 days. Page 136, Scriptures, Ephesians 6:4, scolding, nagging children, bring them up with love. Picture of Garfield, complaint checked, gas prices up again. Win for Light campaign. 1 out of every 50 people live in jail. In 1/16 of 2020, it says 1 out of every 100 people live in jail. Top executives in medical field earn $6.2 million each year. U.S. News. 14,000 members in the Christian medical and dental doctors in 2010. 20,292,000 people live without a spouse in the United States. People in the United States over 100 years old, 2023 is 89,739 of them. Page 136. 10 million people will have reactions to amalgam. Last Sunday, more people attended church than voted in the last presidential election. 11 billion people live on the planet. 2023, it is 8,045,311,400. Average age of World War II soldiers was 26. In Vietnam, it was 19. 800,000 men still reliving the war. 9 of 1999 silver fillings cost $49 to $147. White composites cost $87 to $111. Some charge $20 more for the white. 3 out of 10 babies are born to unwed mothers. 1 of 2,000. 2021, it's 1,464,455. 40% of mothers are unwed. 50% of the population receives a check from the government in 2010. 300,000 apply for unemployment. In 6/8 of 23, CBS News reported 261,000 for the week for new applications. Scripture, Job 31:5. If I have walked in falsehood, and my foot hurried after deceit. Page 136a. Scientists and thinkers and lawyers. In the United States District Court, Tylenol women election may widen, feel they are strong and this is the time they can do something. Picture of a golfer, activation feed, light smokers, lollipop quit smoking. Show doesn't ignore void, preaching dependency. List of banks, 5 to 5.51% interest in 5 to 9 months of an investment. Page 137. The First Wives Club. Picture of a Capitol building. Consumer Reports. The obvious they ignore. Opportunity for you. Scripture, Isaiah 61:3. Put on the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. God is passionate about his rule in your life. Woe to the person who doesn't attend the funeral of his own individuality. Page 138. Omaha South High School, May 2023 of 2000 was a commencement. Cards with songs and singers. Page 139. Man to Now. Cards with songs and singers, 1957 to 1960. Man to Now and Melodrama. Man to Man and Melodrama. Father Knows Best. This is no way to cure. A bow tie. Habits allow us to do things without much thought. Habits are not instincts. They are acquired reactions. Habits don't just happen, they are caused. First we form the habit, and then our habits form us. Habits, patterns, are threatened by change. Reevaluate, unlearn past behaviors. Page 142. Inside job. This man loves sheep, not out of reach. The risk of disability. Fear. First encounter assault recon. Probability. The odds of a person having at least one long-term disability that lasts 3 months or longer before reaching age 65. Church, page 143. How will you find the best mutual fund for this year? Graph probability by age of being on disability. The art of fighting. The content Microsoft doesn't want you to have, addressed 40%. Sources, consumers, individual disability, CUNA Mutual. The chemicals within. Products contain compounds that could be affecting our health. Look what else I found. Call My Broker edition. Pick a door, a man, a sign. The short sessions. Think of it as a buying opportunity for the long haul. Paper losses. Just work another 20 years. Page 144. The letter to Congress dated July 28, 2006. We want mercury out of our dentist offices and out of our kids' teeth. Jesus and me. Giving it his best shot. Art. Lines for signatures. Page 145. Knowledge is power. Have you seen me? An open book, no sidekick. What good is your message if nobody believes it? Instructor hopes lessons come in handy. Stunning landscape. One of the sources of pride is being a human being, is the ability to hear present frustrations in the interest of longer purposes. Page 146. Make no mistakes. Politicians have a favorite yellow fallback. Picture of two colleagues, one thing in your predictable, heart to heart. Walgreens.com drive-through. When you need to do painful. Pick a car. Pick of a lady boxer. Did you inherit more than your mom's? Salespeople. Pensions focus, losses mount. Pretending. There is nothing to fear except the persistent refusal to find out the truth. Penalty. Page 147. Find out the truth. The persistent refusal to analyze causes of happenings and the perfect placenta. Picture of people. Life takes punctuality. Fighting back. Sometimes you need to be a bully to get what you deserve. The best way to succeed in life is to help enough other people get what they want. Zig Ziglar. And your dignity. Share the love. Nobody kills a great idea faster than a bored pessimist. New technology offers patients potential for long-lasting knee implants. If you suffer from an osteoarthritis like Barbara did, you know how. Picture 148, page 148. Picture of a flag, picture of empty chair, best of the rest. Instead of idling in the fray of death, the GOP. Do you know the risks of disability? This is the war of ideas, pitting two different notions of good society against each other. Graphs of 30% chance of being disabled during your working years. 75 to 80% of disabilities are caused by illness. 65% of workers have no coverage. 50% to 60% employers' long-term disability pays 50 to 60% of salary. If you were disabled and your income eliminated or reduced, could you make loan payments? Page 149. 52% of workers say they live paycheck to paycheck. 60% of disability claims filed last for at least 3 months. 53%. Over half of families filing for bankruptcy have experienced serious medical problems. CUNA Mutual Group, 2003 actuaries, picture of two soldiers. Just don't know what this raised inevitable questions. Solution to puzzle, rise of the real people. Autograph, Sue shows fans why, future on the fence. Are foolish decisions worth your time? The secret. Scripture, Joshua 1:9. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Recoups Jeff home early losses. Sickeningly familiar statistics are heartbreaking. A check is a big hump for people to get over. Once they begin to gain a sense of the impact they're having, that's what they think a habit is formed. Page 150. That's a picture of Joe. Dad says you're a punk brother. Things you never knew existed. Dental treatment. Chart, 1988 to 1991. People, Carly Simon. Free gifts. Hooked on the why, love affairs, ahead of time. One measure of a thank you. Picture of a gift. Page 151. Missing. Respond. Picture of a corset. A tape measure. Scripture, John 13:13. You called me Master and Lord, and you do well to say it, for it is true. You ought to watch each other's feet. Wash each other's feet. Page 152. Picture of mom. 1927. Assertive exercise. Up front to dad. Picture of a white kitten. For adults and others, Reaper sows seeds of dark comedy. Lifestyles. Altruism. Contributes to the welfare of others. Aesthetic. Value inherent in work which makes beautiful things, contributes to the beauty of the world. Creativity. Invent new things, design new products, non-material aspects of culture. Intellectual stimulation provides opportunity for independent thinking, learning how and why things work. Page 153. Intellectual stimulation appears to access a quality which characterizes Scripture. Professional ability as an abstract applies to be related to planfulness, not as graders. Comedy. I'm not waiting to. Dictionary page. Inanition, emptiness, or inarticulate. Conflict. What it does. Maximizes, acknowledges, minimizes, denies. Influence. Uses criticism, threat of punishment, express the wants, uses guilt, poor me, martyr. Power, achievement, control, monopolizes conversations. Control feels helpless. Criticism denies its validity, accepts, justifies. Compliment, overrates, thinks, brush it off. Confusion, bluffs, asks for clarification, afraid to ask. Listening doesn't. Skills listen when not listening. Saying no, swift, abrupt from understanding, can't. How peer pressure. How do you respond? Page 154. Welcome to heaven. Scripture, Ephesians 2:8-9. Not of ourselves, it is a gift of God. Home sweet home. Picture of a clown inviting you into his place. Page 155. Picture of a clown's doorway. One California puppy, love, or both. A story of fear, ignorance, and political deafness. Word count. That subject is you. Picture of a sandbox. Scripture. Psalm 139:17. How precious are thy thoughts, how great is the sum of them, more than the numbers of sand. Meet the authors. Pathways to Success in Staff. In California, there are preschools that cost more than college, $30,000 a year. This is pre-2010. Leaders are people who can discern the inevitable and act accordingly. That's another quote. I don't ask for much in a man. Page 156. A picture of watches, picture of dark hair, picture of Napravnik men. American Legion magazine cover. What is a veteran? Jobs and employment. Sailor, soldier, Marine, flyer, Seabee, Coast Guard, artillery, infantry, medic, chemical corps, armored, and ordnance. Alert to his American present, confidence of the future. There was an important job to be done. Everyone was asked to do it, and was sure somebody would. And anyone could have done it. Nobody did. Somebody got angry. It was everybody's job. In the end, who we are. Who we are. Everybody blamed somebody. When nobody did it. What anybody could have done. Inquiry reveals magazine articles list. In a man, he only has to be. Page 157. Citizens alert. Your help is needed. Lack of persistence is the greatest cause of failure. May you get detention, dismissal. When I panic, I run. When I run, I lose. When I lose, God waits. But when I wait, he fights. And when he fights, he wins. And when he wins, I learn. List of books for weddings, gifts, and wedding day gifts. Page 158. Man has to be tall, rich, funny, sexy, single, strong, good-looking, sound, sensible, slim, of the sun, seeking stars, romantic. Don't marry a man you're not willing to adjust to. Ruth Bell Graham. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. Benjamin Franklin. The humble. Hot caramel corn might boost morale around the office. Cartoon, horse driving a car. Horseman's Park. A cartoon, did I do anything today that was cute enough to tell Grandma? Page 159. Smart, romantic, charming, sweet, sensitive, clever, athletic, generous, punctual, and sincere. And of course, he has to be willing to feed me ice cream every night in bed for the rest of our lives. The fun, a sanctified imagination, a permanent record, counsel, prediction, actual job, to collect food bank donations, hair samples, analysts, beats, drive, fluent in the testimonies, technologies, industry, picture of a year on demand, to discuss. Page 160. Journey to a new land. Picture of 10 commandment slabs. Picture of a sink. Picture of an airplane. What are you waiting for? First person, that, the, then. Express class. Map of Nevada. State licensing fees for vehicles. Moms. Page 161. Picture of a car. Picture of eyeglasses. Picture of a king and queen of hearts. Picture of a Statue of Liberty crown. Map of California. B. Blueprint for history of taxation information you need. Liberty Tax Service. Our preoccupation with letters, words, phrases has spilled over into hours, minutes, and seconds. Industrial Revolution took fathers out of homes and put them in factories. Anger issues usually go back to dad issues. Learn to recognize the many forms of anger. Result of choices. Let go of excessive independencies. Anger management. Inwardly directed, not externally determined. Relinquish your cravings for control in exchange for freedom. Ground yourself to truth. Set aside idealistic myths. Keep lifestyle habits consistent with emotional exposure. Preoccupied with pride. Accept inevitable. Pass along insights about anger. Avoid temptation to rationalize anger. Page 162. Is a picture of a depressed baby. She's suffering from depression because you are. The RX for Kids platform. Leadership training. A bebop breakfast. TMJ problems. Sexual dysfunction, another troubling symptom of depression. Powerful research, independent sources. Graphic Intelligent Investing Optimizer. I thought it was just a bad freckle. Hal Huggins, DDS, Colorado Springs. What people want most is to be accepted. Many go to many lengths to gain approval. Result has left our society fighting intense battle with loneliness and fear. Fear that no one will love them. Loneliness from isolation, striving for something they were never created to seek. Page 163. Page 163. Fatal proposed ban may get boost. Picture of stairs climbers up and down. The hypercussus network. Collapsed tolerance to sound. Your hearing. Habits of the heart. Analyze these. Never bank profiles two geniuses. Picture of a patella ligament, bone. Contemplating treatment, Allergent Health ad. May 16th, 1998. Date on the letter from Hal Huggins. Had his license removed for lecturing on MS. Uninformed Consent, his new book coming out. Canada launched a class action lawsuit to replace amalgams. Panic, Crohn's, MS, all good dental diseases. You are not the only one in chaos. Study of immune reactivity to dental components. Dental manufacturers are reluctant to let anyone know what chemicals are in their patented materials. OSHA says we have to inform patients of the composition of the products. If I go to jail for not informing patients, you, Mr. Manufacturer, are going to be my cellmate.